All right, I'll admit it's cute. Welcome to the Sanctuary. My name is Brandon Aries. Now let's talk movie. And this week, Lilo and Stitch. Lilo and Stitch was one of my favorite Disney animated movies when I was a kid. And I have to be honest, watching this in live action made me feel like a kid again. Made me feel like I was watching that original movie. To get this out of the way, sure, there were changes that were made from the OG. But I think some changes were made for the better. And others were there to kind of wrap it around to the live action climate as well as the times that we are currently in. So I think for the most part, it makes sense to have these changes. And change is good, people. I don't think people should expect a verbatim copy and paste from the animation to live action. That's not really how it works. Hence the word adaptation. Let's start with the cast. You have Nani and Lilo. I felt like both of them did such a great job. And here's the thing. I like that they gave Nani more of a story. They grounded her more as a character because to me, she's just as important as Lilo or Stitch because she wants to take care of them. She wants to be their guardian. But that's not all for Nani, right? She has dreams, aspirations, goals, maybe things that she's had to sacrifice to be a better caretaker for Lilo. And in this movie, they flesh that out. And I'm like, yo, I didn't think we'd see this side of Nani, but I kind of want to learn more. Let me keep it a stack about Jumba and Pleakley. I feel like they didn't really land too well. And part of that was because I had heard that this was filmed during the writer strikes and they couldn't do as much improv as they could. I think movies like this really warrant sites of improvisation. And if you don't have that, it doesn't really land and it feels kind of flat, which is what both of their performances were. Don't get me wrong, Billy Magnuson did great at trying to bring out those quirky features of Pleakley. Jumba, not so much. And bro, Jumba animated looks ugly as hell. Like if you think clowns give you nightmares, get a look at this schmuck. Disney also did something smart with Jumba and Pleakley, and that was to save budget. Yes, because they had to make Stitch look so damn good, which he does. Don't get me wrong, brownie points on that. But to save budget for Stitch, considering that's a very physical CGI presence, they made the actors like the disguise for Jumba and Pleakley. It's smart, it's clever. But to me, it didn't really fall as good as they thought they were going to be. Courtney Vance as Cobra Bubbles was different. Obviously, I love the Bing Rames portrayal, and I felt like we needed that big brolic dude to come into this scene. But he offers a different, more tender tone to this character, and I actually don't mind it. There were also two cameos that I was able to spot, and that was the social worker. She was the original voice actor for Nani in the animated movie. And then you had Jason Scott Lee, who was the original voice actor for David. And I was like, yo, don't think I don't see that. I see you, Disney. I know there's a lot of people that aren't necessarily too happy with the ending, and I get it. But at the same time, I think we have to realize that we need to dial it back to what I said before, talking about expectations. Because like I said earlier, this is an adaptation. So it's not going to be pristine copy and paste. There's going to be some changes that you may not like and others that you'll be like, oh, dang, I think that's really cool. And that's the point of film as it changes and grows over time. You're not going to get the same exact story. There's going to be changes. I mean, that's how storytelling through word of mouth works. Obviously, there's going to be changes that go along the way, and that's okay. It's a story. It can go any which way it wants. What matters is that the story is being told. And before this movie, I was unexpectedly exposed to a vast amount of lore that was in the Lilo and Stitch universe that I had no idea of. Now I'm like, dang, Disney is probably gonna make sequels, huh? Yeah, probably. But hey, I liked Lilo and Stitch. I thought it was cute. I thought it's one of those perfect summer movies that you could take the kids, your significant other, whoever to the movies and enjoy yourself. So I ask you, are you going to see Lilo and Stitch, or did you see Lilo and Stitch already? Put your thoughts in the comments down below. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace.